Bob in Fulton, Missouri, watching us on Free Speech TV. Hey, Bob, what's on your mind?
Hey, Tom, let me ask you this about McCutcheon. With the Citizens United cases and all that progeny, do you think the Roberts Court might, and I'll hang up when I ask the question, do you think the Roberts Court or the Scalia Court would be willing to reach all the way back and invalidate the Tillman Act, of all things?
The Tillman Act of 1907, which made it a crime for a corporation to give contributions to federal candidates for office?
Right.
Am I remembering my Tillman Act correctly? Yeah, okay. I think the Tillman Act has been... Is that still... Shane, that's still law, isn't it? Or has it been amended a bunch of times? Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know what impact Citizens United had on the Tillman Act. I'll have to look that up. I wrote about the Tillman Act in Unequal Protection, but I wrote that book in 2000 and 2001, so it's been 12 years, 10 years, 11 years. I don't remember, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, nothing would surprise me. The Tillman Act was part of a package, and a lot of this was happening at the state levels, of progressive legislation that happened as part of there was this progressive renaissance in the United States from the late 1890s to the early 19-teens up until World War I, where the Tillman Act said corporations can't give money to politicians. At the state level, you had probably 10 or 12 states. I'd have to go back and look at the number, but that passed constitutional amendments or laws that allowed for citizen referendums so that citizens could participate. You had the beginning of the very, very aggressive action that led to the the 17th Amendment, the direct election of the senators, which happened in the neighborhood of 1920, around that time, or maybe 1915, 1913. In any case, it was around that time. So there was this revulsion, a national revulsion of corruption, of the Antonin Scalia $3.5 million is no big amount of money kind of thinking, a repudiation. And Teddy Roosevelt, as president, a Republican, was a progressive, and he was followed by Taft, who was not a progressive, but continued to break up Standard Oil and continued to put into place many of these progressive changes. And Taft was a Republican, too. And then we got Woodrow Wilson, and we got World War I, and everything kind of changed. And then after that, we came back with, in 1920, Warren Harding, a Republican, who was Ronald Reagan. And for 9 years, we had Reaganomics. They dropped the top tax rate down to 25%, and they crashed the markets, just like Reaganomics is doing right now. It's amazing how history moves in cycles. In fact, I just wrote a book about that, The Crash of 2012. So anyway, that's what we're seeing, and whether the Tillman Act will be blown up by this or could be, I just don't know. So I'll have to find out. 20 minutes past the hour. We'll be right back.